Hi there, my name is Harold, and in this video we shall be talking about post-hypnotic inductions. Now, these inductions are only ever used with excellent hypnotic responders, so clients who go into trance deeply and easily. And already from the first session, you should be aware of how easily your client goes into trance. So therefore, if you know that your client goes into trance very deeply and easily and rapidly, what's the point of doing an elaborate induction and deepener to get them back into that state? Instead, we can use what's known as a post-hypnotic induction to drift your client back into that deep state of hypnosis quickly and easily. And how we do this is by using a cue or a trigger word or sound that guides the individual back into that deep state of trance. And the sort of cue trigger that we use generally is something like a finger click. And the post-hypnotic induction would go something like this. And whenever you hear me, click my fingers like this and say the word sleep. I would like you to return back into this deep state of relaxation and go deeper every time you hear me say sleep. If you're using a post-hypnotic induction, you must always remember to ask permission before doing so, before installing a post-hypnotic induction. And the reason for this is because we are using conditioning here. So we must always ask permission before we use conditioning with our clients. It is also imperative that we gain some form of understanding if our client has any form of issue or aversion to finger clicks, because sometimes the finger click can be seen as a little bit aggressive or rude, a bit snappy, like come on. And if this particular person does have an issue with a finger click, we could use a different trigger sound or a word, or simply the word sleep. This is important to keep in mind, because if this particular person does have an issue with the finger click, it can actually cause more tension rather than relaxation when you use it, and we don't want that. And if that is the case, please just use a different trigger sound or word instead of a finger click. So if in fact during your first session you do notice that your client is going easily and deeply into trance and you've already gained informed consent, you can easily install the post-hypnotic induction then and there. Or you can wait till the end of the session and do it then. Or if you don't have time, you can speak to your client and see if they'll be willing to allow you to install the post-hypnotic induction in subsequent sessions, so that in the next session when they do come, you can install it there to be used in the third and fourth and so on session to come. So it's a very useful technique and one that you will probably use quite often. So let's now take a look at the script for this technique. So this is the script, and first of all you want to induce as deep a trance as possible, and then you would give the following suggestion. And I will wake you in a few moments' time, and when you are awake, we will talk for a little while, and then you will hear me click my fingers like this. And when you hear me click my fingers like this, your eyes will close and you will go back into this deep state of relaxation, this deep sleep. And you will be just as deeply relaxed, just as deeply asleep as you are now. But you will only respond to this signal here, in this room, sitting in that chair, and you will never respond to this signal from anyone else, only to me, and only in this room, sitting in that chair. And then once you've done this, you will awaken your client in the usual way and talk to them for a short while before asking them when they are ready to resume the trance. And when they are ready, simply click your fingers. And it's important to test this post-hypnotic induction to ensure that it is installed properly before the end of the session. So this same technique can also be used in self-hypnosis to get you back into a deep state of trance instantly and quickly whenever you're doing self-hypnosis. So what I used to do was simply count down from 3 to 1. So I used to tell myself, as soon as I count down from 3 to 1 and say this specific trigger word, I will return back into this deep state and remain in this deep state of hypnosis. And simply, my trigger word was deep trance state. So I would count down from 3 to 1 and say deep trance state and return back into that state. So simply, I would close my eyes and go 3, 2, 1, deep trance state, and return back into that deep state of hypnosis. So, this is the post-hypnotic induction. Enjoy this technique. Thank you for watching.